Okay, number 2. This one, they gave you a table, correct? You plug in the number for x, you find the value for y, correct? Do you see that? Now, another version of that is, instead of giving a table value, they give you a graph. Before, for number 1, you had a graphic, correct? But now they give you this graph right here. Do you see how this is the graph?
Yeah.
You can use this to find the graph, right? Yeah. First one says f of 3. What this means is you're thinking about f of x. What is the x value here? 3. So when on the graph, when x is 3, x value is 3. What is the y value? Where is x equals 3? Point it on your paper. This is where x is 3. Do you see that? So where is the y value for this graph when x is at 3? Where is it? So when x is at 3, what is the y value?
2.
Good. Maybe 2. You see that?
Yeah.
You do the next one. So when the x value is 5, what is the y value? All right, so when x is 5, so here is 5 right here. That's where the y is, correct?
Yes.
And what is that, 4?
4.
Okay, next. This one's a little bit different. This one's saying when y is 1, f of x is 1, correct? Because it's saying f of x equals 1. So y is 1, what is your x value? So here's the y value here. 1 is right there, correct? Is the graph here at all? Is there a graph there at all? You just put undefined. Not possible. It's not 0, it's just undefined. Is this a function? Yes. Remember, for every x value, there is an exact y value, and it passes the, what is it called? Vertical line test, which means if I draw a line, look over here. I draw a line right here. How many times does it hit the graph? If I draw another line, how many does it hit the graph? Does it ever hit the graph more than once when I draw one line? No, so it's a function. Did you ever talk to you about the vertical line test? Okay, the domain. So looking at the domain right here, look at the left and look at the right, correct? The domain is the left. How far to the left does your domain go?
My domain goes like, it goes from,
Where does it start on the left side?
at 3.
Good. Bracket. Did it ever stop on the right side?
No.
Positive infinity. Or another way of writing that is negative infinity. Like that. But notice, with an infinity, there's no equal sign. Do you see that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What is a range? Remember, range is how far down does it go and how far up does it go. So how far down does it go?
It stops around 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's good.
No. How low does it go? What's the lowest the graph gets? Point to the low point. Did you point right there? This dot right here on the graph?
Yes.
How low is that?
Oh.
2. How far up does it go? Does it ever stop? Positive infinity. So another way of writing this is 2, like that. Do you see the different way of writing this?
Yeah.
For the domain range.
Yeah.
Okay, number 3. Is it a function? I'm gonna pause it and have you try to. Okay, so this is a function because the x values, which are -3, -2, I'm just writing them in order 2 or 0, 2, 3, and 5, does not repeat, correct?
Mhm.
This, and this, right?
Yeah.
So to do this right here, you just take the coordinate, you put them in order, make sure you put them in order, yes? So, smallest x value is -3, and then 5, correct? For y, what's the next one?
Wait. -2 and 3.
Good,
-2,
keep going. And then let's go ahead and do the graphs. When you look at the graph, your smallest number or your biggest number is like 5 and 6. Do you see now why I put them in order so that we can see them, kind of?
Yeah.
So this is just one unit. You don't have to do it by twos. Do you understand? So -3, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right there. -2, -3. 0, 6. 2, -3. 3, 7. 5, 6. All right, that's your graph. You don't need to connect or anything. It is just what it is. Okay. Now, when you do the mapping, remember your input is the first one, output are the ones, the second one, right? So -3 to 5, -2, -3, 0, 6, 2, -3, 3, 7, 5, 6. Do you see that? Okay. I want you to work on number 4 on your own. So for this one, when x is -5, what is y, is what it's asking. F of -5 is 3 times -5 plus 4, which is -15 plus 4, which is -11. That's your answer. So your first answer is -5, comma, -11. Your second answer, it's saying when x is 3, what is the y value? So then we have 3 squared minus 4, which is 9 minus 4, which is 5. The second one is 3, comma, 5.
Yeah.
The last one here is saying if h of x equals -12, is -12 going to be x or is -12 y?
X.
No. X is always inside the parenthesis. Do you see that? H of x is -12. What is h of x equal to? Y. So you got to be careful with this. Do you understand?
Yeah.
X is always in the parentheses. So when y equals -12, what are you trying to find?
X.
x. So what do? Is you take this number here, you put it in right there. So when you rewrite it as negative 12 equals negative 2x minus 2. Do you remember that? We went over this before. You need to memorize that. Do you understand?
Yeah, okay.
Now solve for what?
What? X.
Solve for x.
-5.
Try again. Close, but try again. Sign's wrong. Explain to me, what is the difference between B and C and the way that's set up? What it's asking you to find?
He is asking me to find Y. C is asking me to find X. Yeah.
How do you know that? How do you know B is asking you to find Y? How is it different than C?
Because negative 12 and C is not X value, and then just putting the Y value. And 3 is putting the X value to solve for Y.
Just remember, X is always going to be inside the parentheses, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That concludes everything.